Hello everyone!
And welcome back
to the next episode of the Woolpatch. Got lots to talk about today. Wool and fabric.
Yes. And seemingly an interesting game that might make me look a bit of a fool, but we're going to do it.
I blatantly ripped it off the radio, but it's good fun.
Yes.
I think you'll laugh, and I think more importantly they will laugh at home.
At me.
Yes. Well, at me next week. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So we've had fabric deliveries and wool deliveries. Yeah.
Yarn.
Yarn.
I'll have
sorry.
you know.
Yes, yarn. Yeah. People are still knitting, which is great.
Yeah.
When I first started the shop, I actually thought that after Christmas it would go really quiet and people wouldn't knit because they're skint and they're not going to buy anything. But this is now my my third time of
Post-Christmas.
season. Yeah. 30 experience, and it's reinforced. Actually, it's busy because what people do, people start focusing on themselves.
Yeah, but also a hobby is a hobby.
Yeah.
You set aside money for your hobbies.
You do, but I think sometimes with Christmas it gets in the way, doesn't it? So you stop buying stuff because you're either making for someone else or you want your money for Christmas. Yeah. And what I found is that actually January, February, March actually is probably one of the busiest times for yarn. Because
people are going back to their hobby now. They're like, I'm done with everybody else. Back to me. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
So we've had loads of yarn deliveries. Woohoo. And our third fabric delivery as well, which we're going to talk about today. We didn't get time last episode.
No. So we're talking about the second fabric. There's another fabric. You're going to have to wait for that one. I am slightly in love with all of them. Has to be known. I'm going to be digging out. I'm on this journey of losing weight and everything else. And I'm like, I'm going to get myself some nice clothes. And I'm like, I'm just going to make all my nice clothes. I've seen the fabric. I want it all. But yeah.
Because I don't know how planning goes, but those three, well, there are three collections that have come in this last 2 weeks. They should have come in like December, January and March.
You just had them all together.
Coming at once.
Yeah.
So we've got that to talk about, some yarn to talk about.
Yes.
And then, some knitting projects. Oh, and where we're up to with my knit, the Montrealer.
Yes, I haven't brought mine this time because I've only done maybe about 4 or 5 rows since. Life has been very busy. I know I'm a terrible knitter, but...
that's the way it goes. You're not a terrible knitter, no.
No, I'm a good knitter, just not consistent enough at the minute.
I go through phases though, don't you? Do you find that you're perhaps you'll have 2 or 3 weeks in the evening knitting, and then you'll just put it down, and then you won't come back to it.
And get distracted by a different project and end up working on that instead.
But you do lots of things in the evening as well. You go out and do your climbing and stuff.
I have the calluses to prove it. But yeah.
So we're going to talk about 4-ply. Who's a 4-ply fan out there?
I've never knit with 4-ply. It looks quite fine.
It is fine.
So what does 4-ply mean? Explain this.
Well, in my limited knowledge of yarn, you can remember I've only learned this since I've been here on the job.
You know more than me. If anybody knows better, let us know down below. Comment away.
4-ply, in what I was taught, was when you spin yarn, you're spinning it with strands of wool, and then you'll then get those strands, and then you ply them together so it makes the yarn, because you have to do it like a figure of 8. So one strand will go one way, then one strand will go the other way.
Oh, like braiding it almost.
I presume so. Yeah. So 4-ply was literally these 4 strands plied together. 4-ply.
That makes logical sense.
And it was very fine. So
it's
as you can see with these.
It's like embroidery thread almost.
I suppose it's the next step up. Is it the next step up from lace? Someone will tell me about that. Someone's got far more knowledge than me. But when they then developed yarn and it got thicker, above 4-ply is double knitting. So how many plies is double knitting?
I'm going to go with 8. Right?
Yeah.
Or do you just say double 4?
Yeah, no. But they didn't want to call it 8-ply, so they called it double knitting.
Ah, okay.
So double knitting is thicker because it's technically 8 plies.
So do you knit with 2 balls of wool?
No. You just knit. It'll just be a thicker yarn because it's.
Oh, the next one up. Oh, it's literally just the next one. 8 plies of yarn.
Yeah, the next level up.
Oh, I thought double knitting was using 2 balls of yarn.
No, not at all. No. So double. I'm not going to go up. And
I've learned something new today.
Yeah, double knitting is just thicker, and then 10-ply is Aran weight, This is obviously UK. I know Aran doesn't. That weight doesn't exist over in America. They have worsted weight,
right.
which is so different levels of thicknesses.
Yeah.
We'll then have Aran weight, and then we'll have chunky, and then we'll have super chunky.
Yeah.
And they get thicker in the olden times by the amount of plies. Whereas now, what people are spinning, people can sometimes you can still have a chunky weight with 2 ply. Literally, it's just 2 ply. But it's still chunky weight. So the names have got interwoven over the years.
Yeah.
So you can get a thick ply yarn, but with only 2 strands rather than
I actually
10.
thought double knit was like
a
type of knitting. I'm loving this one. I've just read it and it says reared, sheared and spun in Britain.
This
West
one is
Yorkshire
really
spinners.
lovely. So this is the West Yorkshire Spinners.
I've just
Completely
realised the camera's
British.
probably too far away, but we'll do close-ups and cutaways of these things.
Completely British. Spun. It's blue-faced Leicester yarn or sheep.
Blue-faced.
Blue-faced. Great name for a
Are
sheep.
they really chilly? Sorry, really bad
It's
joke
a
there.
really classic British breed.
Yeah.
It's not the softest, but actually, it's not bad. It's not
beautiful.
itchy, but it's it's not like a merino. But it's really nice. And they've spun their own yarn, West Yorkshire Spinners. So it's 100% British. And this is a 4-ply. It's their signature 4-ply. And
Perfect for socks.
it's called the Country Birds Collection.
Yeah.
Now, I need to get more in because it's come in and it's flown out.
Unsurprisingly, I mean, look at...
Didn't even laugh at my jokes. Missed it.
I had that completely over my head, flew right over the top.
So
Oh,
now you've got to guess the bird on you.
I just did another
You
one,
just
flew
did
over
a-
the top of my head. We are good at this,
Hoorah.
yeah.
So you've got to guess the bird on you. Which
Guess
one?
the bird. Oh, I'm really bad with
Can you guess
birdies.
at home? What's that? British
one with
country
the-
bird.
I was going to say some sort of thrush or something. I don't know. King? I don't know.
It's a blue tit.
Blue tit.
A British blue tit.
To go with the blue-headed sheep.
What about this one? So blue, pops of orange, turquoise, kingfisher.
Ah, I see. I was going to go kingfisher on that one. That was entirely wrong. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know birds.
And this one,
Sparrow.
oh, well, it could be. Grotty old brown sparrow. Think of Harry Potter.
Oh, I like sparrows.
Harry Potter?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, go on.
But there are loads more, and it's wonderful. 4-ply suddenly has gone through the roof here for popularity. This technically is a sock yarn, 4-ply.
Yeah.
We've
What else
got
did you make
loads of
with
sock
that?
knitters around
People
here.
have started knitting, and my friend Kim has started knitting her socks from the toe up, and she says it's much easier.
Oh,
she-
right. Yeah, there are
she-
so many different ways.
Yeah.
so many different ways.
I really want to try how to knit toe up. I really want to learn how to knit socks because I love myself.
Oh, well, we'll have to have a little class here. Leanne from the Fibre Factory UK, she taught me how to knit socks, so we'll have to get her in.
Yes, have a
She does
session.
her own podcasts too. This is 75.
Podcast or vlog?
Oh, well, I think she calls it a podcast, but it's probably a vlog as well.
Yeah, bit of both.
This is 75% blue-faced Leicester and 25% nylon.
Nice.
So for the strength of the socks, but
Yeah,
you could
yeah,
have that as shawls easily.
Oh yeah.
So that's one type of 4-ply, and then this is another type of 4-ply, which is a lot of the ladies in our Knit and Natter group on Friday. We've got quite a few on Friday who are knitting jumpers.
With that.
Yeah, with 4-ply, it's beautiful. With loads of 4-ply, but this is one of the new 4-plies that we have called Silky Lace from Katia.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll do a cutaway. It's too far away.
Oh, is it?
I've just realised I've set the camera up slightly far away.
Hello at the back.
Can you hear us?
And that is beautifully soft, isn't it? But that's merino.
That is lush.
Now that is 80% merino and
What does superwash
20%
mean?
silk. Superwash means it's been treated. Now there are lots of debates about superwash wool. Basically, superwash has been treated so you can put it in the washing machine. Let's say on a 30-degree wool wash,
Yeah.
and it won't felt.
Yeah.
Because when you wash wool, it's the agitation
Yeah.
that locks all the fibres together and ultimately felts it.
Yeah.
So it's been coated with some sort of that sounds horrible, but plastic. It's basically been treated. So there are a lot of people who will argue, is superwash wool adding to, the plastic hate that we've got at the moment? And should we be doing that to wool? There are so many arguments out there at the moment.
Because if it adds to the longevity of the end result, does that?
And it is still ultimately wool, and wool is beautiful to use. There are so many pluses for.
Yeah.
And I know there are quite a few arguments of people saying about the sheep being sheared, and they're wanting vegan wool, basically acrylic. But there are the benefits of wool outweigh everything. I think for the sheep, for us.
I suppose it comes down to
properties.
Personal choice.
It does, yeah.
Always and forever. But this is gloriously soft. Oh my goodness.
It's wonderful, yeah.
I haven't been in yard squashing in ages.
It's therapeutic. It goes with your hair on you. And your watch. How cool is that?
I'm clearly a proper person. So 10 times fast.
But foreplay obviously takes longer to knit with, but it makes for a wonderful stitch definition.
And I'm guessing you'd have to use smaller needles, etc. when you're using foreplay.
So you're probably down to a 3.25 mil.
Next time, ask to borrow some ladies' jumpers.
Oh yes, yeah. I'll see if I can get them off the Friday lot.
Yeah, that'd be
They
really
are
good.
literally. It's a right proper gang. I think all three. There's 5 of them on the Friday. I think 4 of them are all knitting the same pattern as well.
I was going to say, they're knitting
the
the
same
pattern.
Yeah,
So
it's
they're going
great.
to.
All
It's
different
like pink
colours.
ladies. They're going to go out.
Yeah.
And they're matching jumpers. Fabulous.
So it's really good. So there's some lovely yarns that are in.
Yeah.
But it's got to get new stocks in it. But it's nice. Sock yarn and sock knitters. Certainly, I see them on the trend on my Instagram all the time. And it's a big thing, socks.
But they're maybe easier to knit up quickly, maybe? No?
I think it's the fact that when I learned to do a sock, there is lots of techniques in a sock, but only in small amounts. So when you're just about to get bored, say doing the ribbing, you're getting a new technique, which is then doing the main sock. Then just as you're about to get bored of doing stocking stitch, you're then what they call turning the heel. So you're always getting something new very soon. Whereas when you're knitting your jumper, like I am at the moment, and you are just going round and round for a whole body, you can just get a bit bored of it after a while. Whereas with sock knitting, it's only a little bit, and as soon as you get bored, there's a new challenge. So,
and you can get it knitted up, as I said. And
the hardest part with a sock is where I fall down. You knit one sock.
And get another one to match.
No, just getting the other one done.
So you could have lots of odd socks of all the different.
I've got loads of them. Yeah,
that could be your style.
It's called SSS, Second Sock Syndrome.
Oh, I'm not going to say
Probably
it.
exists.
You've just made that up.
No, honestly, it's true.
Oh, okay. He's just made that up.
So our second fabric collection.
And the fabulous bag. Ooh.
Yeah. Which I made at last.
Go on, did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
Oh.
Everyone was laughing at me at home, old colleagues, mention no names, Stuart.
Wouldn't laugh at you.
Ting. I finally got some time to make a bag, which we're going to talk about, because this has got the amazing stabiliser called Bosal.
I was going to say, that's really sturdy. I'm impressed. It's very tall.
I thought it'd be a nice wool bag, when you got all your balls of wool. Spend lots of money. So I made the bag out of the Bosal stabiliser, which is great. So it means your bags don't sag.
Saying nothing? No.
And it just keeps its shape.
That's fab.
So I made it out of this lovely new collection. And this collection, big fan of RJR at the moment, American brand, RJR Fabrics. They did have cotton and steel, these wonderful designers, and they're just trying to find new designers. So they've got these new ones in who are coming up with more designs, because RJR Fabrics are quite contemporary. I know we've got a few American followers, and they can tend to be lots of dark greens, dark browns, because quilting in America is a big thing. Fabric. But they're trying to change that and get different designers in. So this is a collection called Enchanted Lake by Flaurie and Finch.
Flaurie and Finch.
I know. This is the main fabric. I mean, just how beautiful is that?
Yeah.
You know, so
That is stunning. I love
these swans on with the little black swans or cygnets.
Yeah, and as we said in the last one, you could fussy cut around those for any kind of quilting.
Did
Look at me
you?
remembering my terms.
So that's the main fabric, which is what I put on the bag, and then you've got numerous ones that go with it, and it's a hint of sky blue, mixture of what they call ballet pink.
I love this one.
So this one is light as a
Love the
feather.
Just cover my face.
Unbelievably, good quality cotton.
Yeah. That'd be lovely for a spring blouse or something, really, as well.
And then another one in what they call ballet pink, which is great. But I know you're going to do cutaways of this anyway, because that probably didn't focus. And then a nice dark one. But look at these
I like
raindrops on those, intermingled with a few pops of pink hearts.
It's
Great,
definitely unique, isn't it?
And then more of those. Look at these metallic swans.
I feel like they would make fabulous napkins for some reason.
Oh yeah, well it's the metallic has given it that thickness, isn't it? And it's got metallic in all of them. Some are heavily metallic, some are just lightly metallic, like that one with the raindrops on. Stunning.
It's fab.
But
it's definitely different, isn't it?
Yes, and that's what we try to do here. I try to choose different fabrics. They're a bit quirky, a bit.
It's only used to it.
True.
But the ours is fab.
Now that's just 100% cotton, and you'd think that stabilizer there would be a nightmare on the machine, but it's not at all. It's really good stuff. It's here. You have a look at that.
Yeah, that looks like it would be slippery, or it's got it feels like it would slip.
But it's got glue on it, so it's fusible as well. So when I was making that bag, I literally, I just got the fabric on, ironed it down.
I see your sneakiness. Yeah, that's clever.
Then put it through and quilted it. So where's the bag? Oh, there. Then quilted the bag, each side, and then just did the usual thing of putting it together and turning it inside out.
So that's almost like using a fancy version of the webbing. The webbing
it is,
you get
exactly that. It is fancy. It is, and because of its fanciness, it is expensive.
Yeah.
But it glides through the sewing machine. I'm no sewing expert.
Yeah, and it looks thick, so you'd be.
You'd think it would get
struggle.
stuck, but no, it just goes through like a knife through butter. It's quite astonishing. Yeah.
I'm really impressed with how much that, especially because given the height of it, you'd expect some floppiness.
To cave in. Yeah. And I've even got it on the straps as well. So the straps have got the Bozal in.
Structure to them.
Yeah.
Isn't that clever?
Yeah, so it's made by Bozal. It's called Inner Form Stabilizer. We've got it. We sell it, but you can find it online if you search online. And they're now starting to do loads of things. Have you seen these? Seems to be all the rage at the moment. Jellyroll Rugs.
Excuse me.
It sounds like I've just sworn, doesn't it? Where you make a jelly roll rug out of 2.5-inch strip. Well,
what is a jelly roll rug?
Oh well, do you know what a jelly roll is? You know the strips of fabric. Well, you're making.
I'm thinking of dessert.
Oh. You make a rug for like the bathroom or the back door.
Oh, like the round ones.
Yes, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. But like they're tied though.
And Bozal make these fabric inners to go in there, and they're 2.5-inch strips. So this company do loads of stuff.
Oh, fancy! Because you can do those with t-shirt material as well.
You can indeed, yes.
Because you've got a nice roll of t-shirt that I think I've eyed up before.
Yeah,
that would make a nice crochet. Yeah. You could crochet up a mat, a rug.
Yeah.
Have a thing.
So so it's lovely fabric. So that's
fabulous.
Our second fabric collection in. So it's all good, isn't it?
The next one, honestly, is fabulous. It's my favourite. Well, actually, I like the two green. I'm clearly drawn to greeny tones. I think it goes with my purple.
Yeah, I suppose it would do, wouldn't it? And that's in there, isn't it? Yeah. It's very spring-like, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I'll save that till next week.
I might actually make something next time.
So you haven't got your knit here, have you?
No, I've been a bad child.
So I've been doing well with the Montrealer.
Should have brought it to sit and knit.
And thanks everyone for your comments. Vincent commented, who did this design by Dells. He chatted with us.
And quite a few people did go with this colour, the nice colour.
Yes, well we asked, didn't we?
Yeah.
Shall I go for? It was coral, purple,
greeny olive colour.
Yeah, olive green, And we had some great comments. So thank you for taking the time to say what what we should go for. And I went for the coral.
Yes.
So
it's lovely. That's a really nice
where
contrast.
I'm up to.
Let me hold on the front a wee bit because it's curling up.
So my main stripe is obviously pale blue with a chocolate brown.
Yeah, that's a lovely contrast.
But the coral is the pop. So I hope Maria from London, I hope you will appreciate that bit of coral colour. And she always takes the mickey out of me, like I'm always going for greys. But greys are nice though, aren't they?
Yeah, but you need alternatives in your wardrobe.
Yeah. So I have split my project. I've done the two arms. So I've literally just split for the two arms, or separated as they say. And I'm now on the body. So I'm now going round and round and round for the body. So I'm getting there. So that's the neck. That's going to be a tad. I went for the medium one, but I reckon that might be
a bit snug.
Yeah. Show my pecs off.
Yeah. Have you been working out, Stuart?
Just a bit. Whether my arms can go in there. But the beauty of working this way is I can now once I've got a bit.
If you need to.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
clever.
I can then, when I'm knitting my arms, I can just keep trying it on. Is it long enough? So it's a really great way of working, and an easy way of working. I have to say I've enjoyed it. You can easily learn where it increases and what you're doing. So
I promise I will. Next time I'll bring Man and I've loads on, because guess what starts tonight? And I'm very excited.
What, on telly?
Yeah. You should know
dunno.
this. The Great British Sewing Bee starts
Oh
tonight.
God, yes. Yeah.
Anybody else excited
in.
to I'll have just finished working and it'll start. So I'm gonna sit and get my knit on while I watch and be very excited.
Well, think of me. I'm down at the Melford Ladies doing a talk tonight.
Oh, that'll be good fun though. That'll be really nice.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
It's because he's now YouTube famous. He's giving talks and stuff. I've decided that's what's going on. But yes, so I'm very excited. Anybody else, if you're watching it, we will catch up in the next one and we can have a big discussion.
I'll have to try and watch it tonight because we need to watch as it goes out, don't we? Yeah. Okay.
Or at least tomorrow. You could do it tomorrow. It's okay. Or over your breakfast in the morning, like I sometimes do.
That's dedicated. I don't know.
But I love it. I'm excited.
Yes.
I can't wait. I'm so glad
we've had
it's
a
come
break.
back.
Yeah, we had a year off, didn't we?
Yeah,
Because of all the
I was gutted.
hoo-ha when Great British Bake Off went from BBC to Channel 4.
Yeah.
I think that's probably why, because it was the same production
really?
company. Yeah.
But they've replaced Claudia Winkleman.
I know, that's sad.
But I like him. He's funny.
I don't know who the bloke is.
He's a comedian.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's very funny. He's great crack.
Well,
I've forgotten his name because I'm really bad with names, but he's very funny, and I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm very excited.
Oh. Well, it'd be interesting to see it because of what we deal with fabric.
That's
as
why I'm all
well.
excited to be like, what projects will I start and probably not finish in time, but
or
I'm
try and
excited.
have to copy what they do. Yeah.
It's part of the reason I eventually got sewing again.
What?
Because I started
you?
sewing when I first started sewing again. I made my beautiful circle skirt that I don't wear. Was because of Great British Sewing Bee. So
It's got a massive following. I mean, there's nothing like it on TV, is there?
no, and it's awesome.
I think you can get a few programs on Sky, can't you? Crafting channels.
See, we don't have that.
But I think you can if you. Oh, what you,
I don't have Sky.
Right, yes. Yeah, I had a look and put it on for a while, and I think I was watching some lady talk about paperwork crafting. Gluing things down.
So, no, I
But
love
the
the
trouble is,
sewing
it was
stuff.
it was like QVC.
Yeah.
Where they then sell it, and I found myself watching it for like nearly an hour. I was like, "What have I just done?"
I want to buy all the things. I don't know what to do. But
They are very clever how they.
No, I like
instruct you.
because it kind of the Great British Sewing Bee. It gamifies it a wee bit, so like they have to.
Yeah.
It's got that competition against each other and stuff. So I'm very excited about that. Yes.
So I thought we would just have a quick little game to finish off with. I have blatantly nicked this game off the radio. And I thought, do you know what? This will be a great laugh to do with Anya at the end of an episode.
It's going to be different because of my accent as well.
So this game is called Reverse Words. And I am going to play you a sound, a word that has been reversed on the computer. So you're going to hear it.
So this is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
It would sound like if his sound was on.
That one it. Yeah.
See, I think that sounds rude.
So that's the reverse of it. So, well done. Handy. So that's the reverse of a phrase that I said. You've got to say the reverse.
So I have to say it.
You've got to say that, and I'm going to record you, and then I'll flip it so it's forward playing, and we'll see if you get the phrase how close to the phrase originally it was.
This is going to be interesting, people.
Let's have a listen to Anya have a go. So, right, tell me when you're ready. Ready?
Okay.
Do you have a practice or?
No, just go for it.
You're just going to go for it, okay. So let's press record.
Cheers, ni hot.
Right, let's just listen to that back.
Cheers, ni hot.
Right, so the actual phrase was that I did.
Okay, we've overcome all technical difficulties. We're back. So that's what it is, reversed.
Yeah, and now the phrase that you actually heard will rewind and I'll press that button there, and this is what it actually is.
Stocking stitch.
I don't think I said that.
Don't think? Right, well, here, right, get hold of your voice.
Ready? So this is what I said, and we've reversed what I said, so it's now the right way around. It's kind of
Very
close.
good, you.
I know, I'm kind of impressed with
I
myself.
can hear what it says. Stocking stitch. It's like we've had a few too many whiskies.
No, I was gonna... It could be also an automated thing, like the automated voices you get.
Yeah. But you get stitch well.
Yeah.
You? There you are, you see?
Next time it'll be, I'm going to completely do something random for you.
Yeah, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
We could have a laugh, can't we?
Yeah.
So that's about it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the whole crack.
Yeah. So next week, or next episode, we'll have the other
fabric that
you
I'm
like.
a bit in love with. And I'll have done loads of knitting, watching Great British Sewing Bee, and my jumper will be almost done.
Yes, and we'll have to come back and chat about the British Sewing Bee then.
Yeah.
And we'll see your comments down below, won't
Yes,
we?
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Everybody was so kind in the last one.
Very
we had
much
loads
so.
of comments. You all rock. Thank you.
And we can then have a Great British Sewing Bee chat, can't we?
Yes.
And see how we get on. Have some favourites.
I'm excited. I might even make notes. I am so excited. I've been waiting for this to come back for so long.
Oh,
So
and the days are getting lighter as well. I woke up this morning, and don't you want to do that after every time you say that?
I woke
always
up
do
this
that.
morning.
Yeah, you turn into a blues. And it was light at like 7 o'clock, and then when we closed here today, 4:30, it was light too.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's
My face didn't freeze on my
yes, the sun is slowly.
And the weather is slowly improving. Because
Yeah.
did I tell you that a couple of weeks ago I went for my run and my face froze?
Oh my God.
As in, I had frozen water on my eyelashes and my sweat was frozen on my hair, and I was looking slick that day. But yeah,
Brilliant.
didn't freeze this morning. It was awesome.
No, it was nice, mild, sunny day. Though I know elsewhere, obviously in the world, it's not. So,
No.
And I think over in Chicago, they've still got the snow, haven't they?
There's that really
And
bad storm.
the Fibre Hustle boys, who we've been chatting to on the comments below, have had snow as well, and they're Seattle.
Rather than me.
So so keep warm wherever you are, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Yes, see you soon.
See you, bye.
Bye.